up? Hey, Mr. Tarver here. Welcome to episode 1. Stay tuned for more. Whether you're on the podcast or on the video YouTube. I sound like I'm 80 years old. Hey, I'm Tyler's grandpa, and I'm here to tell you about video YouTube. I wanted to hit you with some real quick advice on certain aspects of education, whether it's general stuff, whether it's social media, whether it's math related, whether it's tech related. I just wanted to hit you with as much advice as I can give you. If you like it, great. Share it, use it, lord it over other people like you're some sort of intelligent person that knows everything, because you are, I can tell, because you look great today. There's the buzzer. It's time to start. Today I want to talk about Snapchat. Snapchat has blasted onto the scene. If you know anything about Snapchat, we've already started. You don't have to do the buzzer again. If you know anything about Snapchat, then it probably scares you. And that's it. It should, but that doesn't mean you should stay away from it. You can do a lot with something. I would first tell you, before you used it in your classroom or at your school, I would recommend just see what your policies are, make sure you talk to whoever your boss is, and make sure they're okay with you trying it. But if they're cool with it, and you maybe explain it to them a little bit, because I would guess if they're over the age of 25, they don't get it, and they probably just know what was the stereotypical version of Snapchat, and that was that it was a way for kids to send inappropriate pictures to each other. It can still be that, but it has an aspect now that we can use in education, in classrooms, in any business. You can use it. And that's the thing called My Story. So there's two sides of Snapchat. Well, there's three, but let's talk about the first side. The first side is where you send personal messages, like video and picture texts that go away immediately after viewing. Now, they can be replayed, and they can be screenshotted or videoed from another camera. So don't think anything you send, well, it's going to disappear right after they see it. It can be public. Keep that in your mind, okay? That's the personal aspect. Personal life, that's fun. Send funny stuff to your spouse or friends or whoever. We're not talking about that in education. We're talking about the story portion, which is the second part. My Story, that's where you can get something and you can video it or take a picture or whatever you want to do, and then you can shoot it off into the world. It's kind of like throwing out a Twitter post or a Facebook post or a quick YouTube video. That's the best analogy, is a quick YouTube video. It's like a Twitter YouTube. Toss it out. But the thing about My Story is, after 24 hours, it disappears. It goes away. Now, I'm not saying it can't be recorded. I'm not saying it can't be downloaded, because you can download it. It goes away on its own after 24 hours. You're thinking to yourself, how does that help me in the classroom? How do you deliver announcements in a classroom or at a school? It's perfect for sending out announcements, because you don't have to get rid of it. You don't have to worry about it sticking around. It rolls in for 24 hours. Kids are on there. They're on Instagram and Snapchat. So they're already on Snapchat. Check it. They watch it. It goes through however many second clips of your announcements you can do. You can do some of them facing you. You can do some of them facing someone else. You can have a kid in FBLA saying what's going on in FBLA. You can do that for 10 seconds, and it flips through and it just rolls through those video clips one after the other, and then it disappears. What I used to do in my building when I was a principal, I would film myself saying, hey, everybody, here's the announcements. I'd try to say something funny, and then I'd walk up to a kid and I'd tell them, I'd say, hey, tell them that, this assembly is during 4th period. And I'd hold it on them, they'd be like, blah, 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 assembly, 4th period. That kid likes to see themselves on there. They're going to want to tell their friends about it, so more kids are seeing the announcements because they choose to see the announcements. And that's a really cool aspect, because you don't get a lot of kids that want to do something for school, but whenever you're doing something that they're into and they think's cool and they think adults are not a part of, they want to see that and be a part of that. Just fixing stuff that way. What I used to do also, after I would publish that out, I would hit the little download button. You can go to the top, there's a little arrow with a line. I'd download it to my iPad, and then I would just upload that to YouTube. So now I've got quick, easy video. It's so easy. And that's up there to show parents or anybody else out there that may have missed it in that 24 hours that you can still watch it. But those kids are on Snapchat. They're going to check that routinely. It's thrown right in their face. YouTube, they have to know where the channel is. They have to subscribe and check back for it and filter through other videos. On Snapchat, it's there. It's easy. It's quick. And Snapchat is the easiest social media platform out there. All you do to do video, to do really anything, you just literally hold a button till you're done, and then you let go. Over, and it's out. That's it. Like, it's 2 buttons, and you've produced a video and put it out to the world where kids are. So I recommend using it. Now, warning signs, okay? I said there are 3 parts. The third part is the news section or the live event section when you're at an event. They'll have like live feed of people throwing stuff out if they've subscribed to that Snapchat, or if they've like entered into whatever they have to enter in to make their live event on Snapchat. And also like news stories from different channels, because they know it's important, they know it's growing, they know it's over a $10 billion business, so they're getting in on it because that's where kids are. So why aren't we there? Warning signs. These are warnings, okay? This is my recommendation, because on Snapchat you can send personal messages. I am not a fan of setting yourself up to send personal messages to students. You don't want to do that on Facebook, which is difficult because Facebook you can message anybody that's open and out there. You can message them, and so that's not great. Twitter, you can only direct message, where it's just like a private message. If it's, if you both follow each other, so don't follow them, they can't send you something personal. Instagram, same way. You have to accept their direct messages. Snapchat, it doesn't automatically open if they send you a message. Okay, you'll get like their little name in a list. You don't have to select their picture or video to see it, okay? You don't have to select it. You don't have to see it. What I recommend, don't ever check it. They can see on their end if you check it. You can see on your end if you've checked it. Don't check it, okay? Don't ever even open up that box. That's my recommendation. That keeps you safe from that, because they're like, well, they saw this video, picture of this, or whatever. Don't open it. You don't have to worry about that. Just don't accept personal messages. You're using it as a platform where you can project your school or your announcements or your events out to the world, okay? Or out to your class or out to your school. You don't have to accept those personal messages. 99 times out of 100, it'll be a kid going, hey, what about this? Or where is this located? They'll just have to find that a different route because it's not worth the risk. That's my opinion. The last thing I want to tell you about that's really cool with Snapchat, and I've done this, and it's really awesome because it showcases the kids and it lets them get excited and them do it. I had an iPad mini, and I would put it in our school Snapchat. We'd put in the school Snapchat. I'd lock it in with guided access, 3 clicks on the home button, locks it in to where they need a password to get it. And then I give that to a kid, and they're in the student section at a basketball game, and I say, hey, make live snap this game, and I hand it to them, and they got out there, and then they would do these 10-second videos or pictures and write on them and do text, and they're like in the student section, they're handing it off to different people. The different people are talking about the game or talking about, cheers, the chants they're doing against the other team, or they're filming the game and clips of it and people hitting it and them yelling. They're getting all this clips from their perspective and putting what they think is cool and what they like on there in a perspective of their point of view on their platform. And so that adds just an awesome level of ownership for them, and it gets more people because they're going to tell their friends and they're going to get on the Snapchat. You're bringing kids to your announcements or your platform you want them to see, and then you're sending it out. So they're getting the fun stuff along with the announcements or the homework assignments or the assemblies or whatever is going on. They're getting all of it together. So it's just an awesome platform that I recommend. But I would adhere to those warning signs I told you about. After they did it, it was like 4 minutes worth of pictures and videos from a game. I hit download, uploaded to YouTube. We've got a video made by students. I did literally less than 3 minutes worth of work. I was locking it in, handing it to them, getting it back, downloading it, uploading it. I'm done. It's very easy. They make their platforms to where you can do all those things. So those are my best recommendations on using Snapchat in education. If you have any questions, toss them in the comments. If this is the podcast you're listening to, just tweet it at Tyler Tarver. Tweet it at me, Instagram, Snapchat me at the Tyler Tarver. Do whatever you have, any questions you have, any elaborations you'd like me to make, or anything you'd like me to address on this series of education. Hit me up. So, as always, check out tarveracademy.com for your math tech, YouTube needs, and let's get our learn on out there, people. Peace. Peace. That was Dragon Ball Z, everybody. That was Dragon Ball Z. Hey, look at what I'm using for this. You can't see this on the podcast, but I stuck that in that tree right before I went into the conference, National Math Regional Conference. We're about to start, and I just felt like this needed to be made. It's crazy. Crazy.